The market for e-rigs has been doing a lot of cool things lately, a lot of new products, a lot of new innovation, just better dab hits overall. I remember some of the first e-rigs that I got, and they were just pretty terrible overall. But now they're so good, there's so many different options, and you can actually get really good concentrate hits. I just got the new Focus V Carta 2 about a month ago, I would say closer to 3 weeks. And I've been using it on my Twitch stream a lot, and I wanted to make a video talking about this, and then later on I wanted to make a video comparing it to the Puffco, because the Puffco is like the biggest player in the e-rig market. But seriously, everybody that asks me about it asks me in relation to the Puffco. Does that hit as hard as the Puffco? Is that better than the Puffco? How do you compare that to the Puffco? Is it better or worse than the Puffco? Should I get that instead of the Puffco? So I'm going to try to review this the best I can, make a few comparisons, but I still think that I might be able to make a video later comparing them. I can't plug any codes here, but if you want more info, go to my Twitch chat or my Discord and type !Focus or !Carta. So I would say you get similar hits on this at a lower cost. This is about 350 retail, and the Puffco is about 400, but to get the new 3D chamber, you got to drop another 90, so it's about 490 compared to the 350 on this. And I would say this for 350 hits very similarly to the Puffco with the 3D chamber at 490. Now, you can get similar hits, but there are some differences. I will say one of the first things I should say about this is the battery sucks. The battery does not last a long time. I don't know what it is. When I upgraded the 3D chamber on my Puffco, it gave me more battery efficiency. I got way more hits out of it. This, I think, gets less hits than the Puffco with the old chamber. It really takes up like 12% of the battery per hit. I've seen 15% on the hits when I crank it up to the higher temperature. So really, if you want to treat this as like a portable device, you're going to take it somewhere and get like 7 or 8 hits before you need to charge it again. It doesn't really seem that portable. And I have heard people say that they think that the battery drains so quickly due to the screen because this thing has an LED screen on it. You don't need to connect it to your phone to toggle the temperature and the time and stuff. You could just look at the screen here. But the screen doesn't drain the battery. I've turned it off in between hits because I'm like, oh, the screen is going to drain my battery. And you turn it off in between hits. It still takes like 12 to 15% battery power per hit. Depending on the time and the temperature, it takes a lot of battery per hit. I've done 142 dabs on this. You can also do flower hits on it. I'll probably never do flower hits on this. Unless I get another device, you need to buy another chamber for it. I'll probably never do the flower hits on it. Unless I hear from somebody that, oh my God, they're so amazing, I have to try them. It doesn't seem like this is going to be the best flower device. I have a couple new things I'm going to be trying soon because I know we got a lot of herb vapors out here. But you can do concentrate, you can do flower with this if that's your goal. But something else I want to bring up is while this has a good chamber, I think the chamber heats up too fast. And I think that it's not very accurate with the temperature. I sometimes set this in like the 400s, like 440 to 460. I'll put a big glob in there and it will tear through it. It doesn't seem like it's vaporizing it at the 400 something degrees I set it to. It seems like it's always a little bit hotter than whatever I plugged in here. And really, anytime I do a hit, I double hit the button for it to heat up. And I see vapor start to produce in like 3 seconds sometimes. You start to see it come out of the cap here where you're like, I'm getting vapor already? How did it go from 0 to producing vapor in like 3 or 4 seconds? So the chamber on this, well, I think it's really good. It's really forgiving. Like it doesn't chaz up really easy. You usually have a good time wiping it off. I think that it's just not super accurate with the temperature. I feel like it's giving me a hotter temperature than I plug. So to compensate, I just turned the temperature way down. But normally I'm like, okay, I dab around 500, 520 degrees. Let me plug that in here. And it just tears through that. You're like, there's no way that was 500. So I'm getting similar hits. I'll set my Puffco to like a 60-second hit at about 520, 530 degrees. I get a similar hit on this at like 440, 430 degrees. I don't know. It seems like it might be like 100 degrees off. It's not bad at the end of the day once you figure it out. Too many people ask me like, oh, what do you program your temperature and time to? You really got to feel it out. The device isn't always as accurate as you think it would be. So on this, I've been doing a lot of hits at like 450, 470, sometimes 430. It seems like they're all pretty hot no matter what I set it to. So I don't know. While I can get good hits, it feels like the temperature that I'm setting it to is just like a number for me to look at and not an accurate representation of the actual temperature. I'm getting good hits. I'm not chazzing the banger, but I don't think that it's accurate with the temperature. And then also, I'm only going to get like 7 or 8 hits before I have to charge it again. You can wirelessly charge it with USB-C. It charges really quick, but they give you a little backpack with it. Like you're supposed to take this on the go. I'm only going to be able to take it on the go and get like 7 hits before I need to charge it again, which that's not bad for one person, but there's other devices that you can bring that are going to give you like 15 to 20 hits. If you're trying to sesh with a few people on the go, this might not be the one. It also has an app just like the Puffco. I think the app on this one is pretty cool. They did a little bit more than what the Puffco has done with their app. This has a leaderboard on it. It like tracks how many hits you've done and gives you experience. I think that creates a little bit of a social aspect. I always thought that the Puffco should make their app like a social media app. Just make it another Instagram. Everybody complains about 420 creators getting their Instagrams deleted and stuff. Follow Cewpins 420 on Insta, by the way. But they should have made it more like a social app to where you could talk to people and like show off videos of your hits. But this one has like a leaderboard on it. See your boy number 5 for the day. Just when I turn the app on, it'll backlog all the hits that I've done since the last time I've turned my app on. So it's like, you take 100 hits. So the app is kind of cool. You can use it to like fine tune the colors. It's mostly for the RGBs because you can change the time and the temperature right on the device with the buttons. It's mostly to control the RGBs, but also it makes it easier to switch back and forth between the color profiles because I gotta like hit this button 3 times to take it to the next color profile, hit it again to take it to the next one, or I can just go on my phone and select it. So at a certain point, once you get your basic settings plugged in, you know what you're going to be using for the most part. You don't really use the app anymore. I only use the app a few times. I forgot I had an app and I'm like, oh yeah, make sure to talk about the app in the video. So the app aspect, it's cool, but like you don't need it. You don't use it a lot of the time. I can't really plug any websites or Cewpins codes here, but if you want to find out more info on this, just go to my Twitch chat or my Discord server and type !focus or !Carta and it'll give you more info. And if you want to smoke with me and see how this thing hits, tune into my Twitch stream. I go live after 9 p.m. Eastern and we do a lot of smoking and dabbing, so come by and get lit. And if you want to hear about my favorite consistencies of concentrate, check out this video right here. I put together a tier list of all my favorite concentrate consistencies. Have a lit day, my dudes.